This is the fiery redhead here from the podcast Wide Open Spaces with Elise. This is episode number 161, The Wanderlust Within. Well, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is episode number 161, and I titled it after my new book that I just published, The Wanderlust Within, A Journey to Self-Discovery. Right now, I'm sitting on the balcony of a cruise ship. Kind of goes with the title of my book, right? Wanderlust Within. I have a wanderlust that I've had ever since I was a young girl, where I loved to travel. I think when I was younger and going through a lot, it was kind of a little sense of avoidance, going away and getting away from things when I was struggling. But now it's just wanting to learn and see the world and to kind of let that wanderlust spirit within inside of me come out. Learn from the different people that I meet and the things that I do. And so here I am, sitting on the balcony of my cruise ship, listening to the waves hit the side of the ship, waiting to dock in Ibiza, Spain, where we will go out tonight and have some fun and party a little bit. And so I want to talk about my book for a second. Not to promote my book, which I would love for you to purchase, obviously. You can go to Barnes & Noble, you can go to Amazon. But I had an interesting experience with my book. It's my first book that I ever published, and it is based off this podcast with me as the fiery redhead. And the book was published, and they hadn't done any advertising or marketing for it yet, but I started obviously on my own private Facebook and my public Insta and public Facebook and TikTok and LinkedIn promoting my book. And I got a bunch of sales and I was all excited. And my book actually physically didn't come to me till the day I was leaving to go on this cruise. And I grabbed it and I opened up and I saw there was an error, and I called the publishing company and they're like, don't worry, we'll fix it. I grabbed the book with me because if you go to my social media, you'll see that I've taken pictures of the book all over the place. Well, something happened. I had a friend who finally receives their book. I really didn't look at the book too much. I'm on vacation. I'm checking out for a while from all that is my regular life. And so I have a friend reach out to me telling me that one of the words on the cover of the book is spelled wrong. And I can't even tell you how that made me feel. I was in Barcelona, Spain at the time. It was 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, my time in Spain, middle of the day, my friend's time. And honestly, I lost my shit. So here I am, chilling, unplugging myself, and then I'm brought right back to reality. And I'm so pissed that I'm seeing red and I don't even know what to do with it. And of course, I start messaging the publishing company and getting sucked in to the frustration of it all. And my octave of my voice becomes louder. I can feel the anxiety in my body raising. There's nothing I can do. I can't fix it. The books that have been sent out and purchased, they're fucked up. They're wrong. And I'm frustrated because I put so much of myself into wanting this first book to be perfect. And then after, of course, reaching out to the publishing company, it's 2 a.m. in Barcelona, Spain. What am I going to do? Went to sleep, woke up refreshed, and realized, how can I embrace this? I was wanting to take every social media post I took down, to take it down, because I was humiliated and embarrassed. And then I decided to say, no, I'm not. Because now this becomes part of my story. Everything in life can't be perfect. Everything in life can't go smoothly, run smoothly. And this was a perfect clusterfuck moment where it didn't go perfect. And yet I'm on this dream vacation that I've been planning for months, a mother-daughter vacation, and am I going to let it screw it up, or am I going to embrace it? And I decided it now is part of the story that I will tell in further books, in podcasts, in whatever, when I meet people, on how you can plan and you can do things and think everything is just right. It's set to be launched, and something screws it up. And when I was first messaging the publishing company, I wrote, "This has taken my joy away" over the book. And it did initially. It really did. Until I had to kind of go inside myself, refocus, regroup, reframe the thought process of what happened. And it's part of my story now. So as I sit on this balcony, this beautiful ship, hearing the waves rush. So the title of the book, whoever bought it in the beginning, it's fucked up. It's misspelled. But my podcast is about self-help and mental health and self-improvement, empowerment, evolving. And I had to evolve in that moment. And, I'm always about practicing what I say and what I do. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. Doesn't mean I have moments where I fall back. And I want you to keep that in mind when you listen to this podcast, when you read my book, when you read my blogs, when you're out there just in the world doing your thing. It's okay to have a little stumble, maybe lose your shit for a moment to get it out, whatever it is. It's okay. And then when your mind is clearer, you can reframe that whole thought process like I did by saying, this is now part of my story. And I bet you that story will wind up in my next book, of how my first book, wasn't so perfect. I wanted it to be perfect because I knew that it represented who I am. But that got me to think. My listening audience, the people that follow me, they're listening because they know we're not perfect, and they know that things happen and we have to cope with it. And so what a perfect message to talk about how my not so perfect moment, my not so perfect book is now out there for the world to read. And that's an accomplishment in itself. And I think when you have these moments where you kind of fall back and you feel frustrated because you worked so hard on something that didn't go right, kind of step out of your side of yourself for a moment and look at it, almost as an outsider looking into it and how they see it. I started thinking, maybe people will think the word is spelled wrong on purpose. Maybe that'll make them go, let me read further into this book. Whatever it is, I'm not perfect. My book is not perfect. We're all imperfectly beautiful in life, and we grow and we move, just like as I'm watching this ship move through the waves of the ocean. We move forward. That's how we evolve. And even through those struggles, we learn to slowly, through time, push through. I was just in the tattoo parlor where I got my first tattoo, squid ink on Virgin Voyages. And it's a whole different group of tattoo artists. This group's all female. Yay, female power. And I was in there talking, and how the one artist was saying how her parents were so upset when she got her first piercings, etc., they wanted to kill her, and that I was being supportive because my daughter was getting a nose piercing, and she liked that. But then she said, look at me now, and she's tatted up and she has all different piercings, and that she's like, look, it's part of my profession now. And so this phase when she was younger and she did this whatever it was, a piercing or a tattoo, first thing. Her parents became so upset with her. How she evolved into a tattoo artist, piercings, and her tattoos and her piercings. And she even said that, she's in her 30s and she still feels like she's evolving. And I said, I really didn't know myself till I was in my 50s. And do I really even know myself? Because as I think back on how I responded to this glitch in my book cover, I'm still growing, I'm still evolving, and so are you. And it's okay to evolve, like she evolved, starting out with a piercing and then tattoos on her chest, etc. She evolved and she grew into it and she enveloped it. And those things that happen in life that just don't work out for you, look at the meaning in it. What's the lesson to be learned? This is your wanderlust within. Figuring out why you do things, why you say things, why you feel things. Being able to keep the things that help you grow and move forward. Take the things that have been traumatic and compartmentalize them. And then learn how to put the things that have set you back in their proper place and how to cope with them. The wanderlust within. There's a lust inside of you of wanting to grow and wanting to move forward. And even if you're stuck, take the time to sit with yourself and figure out, what is your wanderlust within? What is the journey that you want to take with inside of you? As I sit on my external wanderlust in this wonderful European vacation, but yet it's fulfilling my internal wanderlust within. It's nurturing me. It's reviving me. It's giving me energy. It's giving me insight into myself and the world that I see and how people live so differently all around the world and their perceptions and their conversations. Open yourself up as you search for the wanderlust within yourself. Open your eyes to new ideas, and new people, and new places, and new things. Thank you for joining me today on this very short podcast as I am on my vacation. Well, in my mind, I'm always on a vacation, and I hope maybe if it's summer, you're going on a vacation or you've been on one and you have great memories. Well, until I'm back in the States and until next time, remember, positive thoughts always create positive energy. Go out and explore all the wide open spaces in your world. And until next time, my friends, ciao.